Hey friends, hello again. So our second video lesson now. And in the last one we were talking about planets. So here we're gonna make something a little fizzy. We kind of already know because we use baking soda and vinegar all the time, but the reaction is so cool that we're gonna go ahead and do it again. But first, let me tell you how I completely forgot in our last video that our planet was supposed to be glued on some black paper. So after you do that, after you draw, look at how cool my planet looks. After you draw your planet and you paint it, you can go ahead and stick it on some black paper. And I went ahead and I added some gold stars around mine too, right? So then that's your finished product. So you go ahead and you put it on your black paper. I forgot to tell you, I forgot where my black paper was. So I hope you guys get that. So now let's go ahead with our science. So we're gonna go ahead and make some Mars dough. And I picked Mars again because Mars is my favorite planet. Why? Because it's red, so our dough is going to be red. So you're gonna need some baking soda, vinegar, baking soda, vinegar, water, food coloring, and a little glitter, and a straw as well. Okay, I've got my straw actually right here. And some messy hands as well. So all you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to add your baking soda into a container, and you can do it into like a bigger container if you have. You can empty all of it out if you want. You can add 2 boxes so you have a bunch of it, and you can feel it. Go ahead and play with it. And all you're going to do is add a little bit of water. We don't want to add too much water because it's going to dissolve our baking soda. So all we want to do is add enough to make it a little bit wet. And so you're able to make a ball in your hand. And when you let go, right now you can't make a ball. If you go like this, it just falls right out of your hand, right? Because it's not wet. There's no liquid to hold it together. So you want to add a little bit of water. And you're going to mix it around. But just a little. Remember, we don't want our baking soda to dissolve, okay? So we just want to add a little bit. We don't want to add too much to it. And you can just go ahead and use your hands, okay? And I think mine is just about right. We might actually need a little bit more, but not too much. And like I told you, oop, there you go. You see, messy. Remember what we said. If you make a mess, you can just clean it up. You see, it's actually about right. You get the ball right there. Okay, if you don't quite get a ball, then you can just go ahead and add a little bit more. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more to mine. Okay, tiny bit. Oh, tiny. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix it around some more because I wanna make sure that I can get a good ball going. It could be your imaginary planet dough. So whatever your imaginary planet is, you can make it that color. Cool, right? But I'm gonna make my red. So then after you can do that, you can make it into a ball. You can always add a little more water if you can't quite make it into a ball. That's fine. See, you actually can make it into a ball. Okay, you're just gonna go ahead and you're just gonna add some food coloring. So I'm gonna add red to mine. Because again, that's my favorite color. But you can add whatever food coloring you like. Okay, and you can just go ahead and you can mix it in. And if you want more, you can always add some more. Okay, now make sure it's okay with your moms and your daddies. You might want to use a spoon to mix it because the food coloring or the water coloring might stain your hands. But if it's okay with your mom and your dad, then you can just wash it off later, and that's completely fine too. I got a little bit on my hands, but I'll just wash it later and it'll come off. So I kind of like doing it with my hand. I like the way that it feels. So I'm just gonna go ahead and now it's red. It's red and kind of whitish. It's got different shades of red, some that are a little bit darker, some that are a little bit lighter, and then there's some white as well. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some glitter because glitter makes everything cooler. I have 2 different glitters, red glitters, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some glitter into that. Okay, this one's actually not open, so I gotta make a little hole. There you go. Now it's open. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of this red glitter too. You guys see that? The glitter looks cool in there. So you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna mix that up. And then you can just go ahead, and that's actually pretty much it. You're actually done with the dough. And you can go ahead and you can play with it and you can make balls with it. You can do whatever you'd like with it. But if you want to take it to the next level and you can make fizzy moon rocks or moon dough, you can go ahead and you can make a great big ball with it. And see if I could get all of my baking soda into a ball. Okay, and this one we're gonna add baking soda to, okay? I have a little more left that actually we can make moon rocks, Mars rocks out of. And to do that, what you're going to do is you're gonna add a little bit more water. And again, not too much, just a little. And you can form it into a little rock like this. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it outside and you're gonna let it dry in the sun. So we're gonna make one fizz with some vinegar, and with your other one, you shape it into the kind of rock that you want, because rocks are not really one shape, right? So you can just shape it into the shape that you want, like this, and you're gonna put them outside in the sun. And on a very hot day like this, they'll dry quite quickly. So you can go ahead and put them out in the sun, and when they completely dry, they will be very hard like rocks. And you'll have some Mars rocks as well. And we're gonna make our other one fizz. Okay, so I got my great big ball of fire, Mars planet, okay? So then I'm just gonna go ahead, okay, and with the straw, remember we've practiced this, or if you have a pipe cleaner, you can do it with the pipe cleaner, or you can just pour the vinegar over the your big Mars ball, and then you can see it happen like that. Okay, so watch. I'm just gonna pour it over. I'm gonna do a little bit with the straw so you guys can see. So remember, we have to cover the hole up on top to be able to grab some. And then open, put it in the cup, close it, lift it, so some can go. And you're gonna see it fizz right up. Okay, so I'm gonna show you up close what that looks like, so you guys can see it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when you pour it as well. Okay, so watch. Is the sun in this? Okay, let's move it over here. Look at how it fizzes. And look at how you can see all the little holes and stuff that the vinegar is making in it. It actually looks like the surface of a planet. That's pretty cool, right? So let's see how long that'll take all to dissolve, because it's a great big ball. Right? Or you can just pour it over if you want to make it a little faster, but kind of slow. It's kind of cool because then you have more to play with. Melted. You're gonna slosh it around. And there, now you've got Mars soup. Mars goop. And you can go ahead and play with that too. How cool is that? So you had a big solid ball of baking soda, and then with the vinegar, it just all dissolved, right? Into Mars goop. So you guys, if you guys have enough, you can do it as many or as little times as you like without different colors and different glitters, and experiment with that. I hope you guys had fun with that, because I did. That was super cool. So if you guys do it, remember to take some pictures, because I love seeing when you guys are doing your experiments. I hope you guys like that, and tomorrow we'll see each other again for circle time. Enjoy. I love you guys. Miss you guys. Bye.